Yo, it's your boy T. Roy, aka your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And I'm serious. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. One of the things you can help us do right now is get the word out about the Manly Deeds podcast. Why do you tap in? Why are you listening? Because you enjoy the content. And you know what? Your friends are going to enjoy it too. So make sure you follow us. Make sure you're talking about us. Make sure you're liking our post and everything we do. We really appreciate your support in that matter. And I'm out.
Why do people have such an issue with men receiving celebration for things or wanting to receive celebration or praise or acknowledgement for things that don't involve music, entertainment, or sports? When we talk about the praise of men, we have no problem talking about MVP of the year, best defensive player. We pass out awards for sports. We watch the Olympics. We give trophies for performance and stuff like that. We give Oscars for award-winning performance. We give Grammys for music and stuff like that. And all those are fine. We don't have no problem with giving men those. And they get on stage and they make the speeches and we clap and we give them honorary awards. But when we come to everyday life and a guy works a 9 to 5, he takes care of his family, he doesn't cheat, he takes care of his kids, he does everything he's supposed to do, provides a safe environment for people, he impacts the community, he does community, all of the good stuff. If he was to receive praise, people would have an issue with that. Or people would say, well, I'm not going to give you praise for doing what you're supposed to do because that's what you're supposed to do. Why do people have such a problem with men receiving any type of praise or acknowledgement or even saying how they want to be appreciated? If someone is saying, I want to appreciate you, and then I say, this is how I want to receive it, why is the response to that just be grateful for whatever you get? Why am I not allowed to say how I want to be praised or how I want to receive praise? Or why can I not be celebrated for doing what I'm supposed to do? If I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and you just said that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, why can't I receive acknowledgement or praise for doing it? Why do I have to be quiet about it?
That's a good question.
I'm only asking that because it's tied to what you said, but it's also tied to
I think it's
the Father's Day
Yeah.
post as well, because most of the comments, it was men and women alike. Because I'm not saying that women are saying that to us. It's society in general, because there's other men saying it to other men as well. Like, just be grateful. You shouldn't get praised for doing what you're supposed. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what a man do. Blah blah blah. So it's not women to men. It's people.
Right.
And I'm saying, what is the issue with that? Because I'm gonna use a Troy bag to add to the conversation, make it more holistic. If the shoe was on the other foot, we don't do that to women. If women are being successful and they're handling their business and they taking care of their kids and they doing their thing, we celebrate them. We give them accolades for that, for being everyday women and doing what they're supposed to and getting to the bag and all. Like, we celebrate that. We acknowledge it regularly.
Melvin.
But if the shoe was on the other, when I'm not gonna say if, when the shoe is on the other foot, the regular statement is, I'm not gonna give you no praise for doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Sure.
And
Well,
why is that?
I think you answered your own question in your soliloquy, in regards to doing what you're supposed to do. But you also mentioned it being a societal norm. When you come to defining what most people would define a man as, right? A provider, a this, protector, a that, you know what I mean? So these are, as goes back to doing what you're supposed to do. So why should you get praised for doing what you're supposed to do? And if you do get it, you shouldn't have a say so in how you receive or what it is, what is given as far as acknowledging and showcasing praise. So when you look at the difference in, i.e. gender identity, gender roles for most people when it comes to our Eurocentric society, that's why it is what it is. Women are viewed this way, and them providing, handle with their kids, this, that, and the third, whether they're in a relationship or not, that gets more points because it's not a traditional setup. Whereas men, if it is traditional or non, well, this is what you're supposed to do anyway. You may not be with anybody, may not be married, but you are still required to provide. You're still required to protect. You're still required to be provide some an emotional space. All this, that, and the third. All the things that we're required to do, or showcase that we're required to do, somewhat different than what others are expected and or required to do.
And I will add, the reason why men don't get enough praise is because, one, we don't initiate our own praise.
No,
we don't initiate our own praise. If Majority of the posts that I have seen have been, I'm a single mom, I'm doing this, I'm putting my kids through this, da 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 da. What are all the responses? Girl, you doing it? You got this going on? You blah 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 blah. There's, I have seen a couple men do it, but the comparison as far as like percentage wise, a lot of men don't put their business out there and be like, I'm a single dad, you know what I'm saying, or I'm making these things happen for my kid. I don't think I don't think we receive the praise because we don't solicit it.
I think that, so I agree with you.
And we don't solicit it because
We know that they're gonna get the negative back, but it's not like I don't even think it's like we know that we're doing what we're supposed to do.
No, I'm saying as far as the expectation.
Yeah, that's what I know. That's what I'm agreeing with that thought. I think that there are like actual male communities for like fatherhood and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Big and praise each other and stuff. So those things do exist. But when you're talking about general public, I think more men don't do that because, not because they don't want to solicit it, but because they know that they would probably receive negativity from it. People are gonna say, you just doing what you're supposed to be doing. Why are you telling us? You doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not gonna give you no praise for it. Why you get on here to tell us blah blah blah? Nigga, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not gonna give you no points for being faithful, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna give you no points for taking care of your kids or yada yada yada. But it's like, if I am, why can't you? Why don't you want to? Why is that a problem? We celebrate that's what I'm saying. We celebrate everything else, but that one area is always contentious. It's like why can't we celebrate if I am doing the right thing, even if it is what I'm supposed to be doing? What is wrong with praising me for doing what I'm supposed to be doing?
I ain't gonna hold you. It was one dude. It was one dude that I know who was praising him, giving himself praise. He was like, "This is my son. You know, I take care of him." And there was a couple people in there was like, "Yeah, you doing a good job." But the BM came in there and she was like, "Don't act like don't act like you do anything for this kid. You picked him up on Sunday and you brought him back the same day. Okay, I've been with this kid. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's always a two-sided story. So in his situation, he was trying to solicit praise but didn't really deserve it. And I think what happens is, this might be it, Mel. Whenever praise is solicited by women, who's going to push back? Who pushes back? The baby daddy might come in the comments or might come out and say, I push back, I do for my kids or something like that. But I think the response to him is going to be like, this is her time. Let her have her time. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's partially what it is one, if there's any blemish on the father or any way, shape, or form, the moment that blemish is brought out, it cancels everything. For some strange reason, I think you might have said this before, men have to be perfect. And if there's one imperfection, then that negates every single thing. But if a woman were to do that and to celebrate herself, then in that case, you can do no wrong, even if you have a blemish.
I just think it's weird. I don't know why.
Well, I think
we do that.
I think the last point is that seeking praise from people whom you don't know.
That's another good point.
It's totally
That's a good point.
irrelevant, because at the end of the day, if you know who you are, whose you are, and that you are doing things appropriately, etc., your praise may not be on this side. It may be further down the line or in a transition. So seeking just general praise, to me, that's what's weird to me. It legit. So or people that you just looking for chime-ins, is that and the third. I don't understand that. I will never understand it. But that's just me.
But I'm not saying seeking it. I'm not saying to seek it or that we are. I'm just saying that when it happens, there seems to be this disgust that comes from people that is taking place. Like, it's just, and the reason why I'm saying I don't understand it, because we do it everywhere else.